2014 Uttani Ekadasi, last class of Kartik 2014. Vande Guru Paradhvantam Bhakta Vrinda Samanvitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Bhande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanam Vande Radhika Charana Dvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavana Manoharam Amala Kamala Raji Sparshi Vata Prashite Nija Sarasini Dage Sayamalasaniyam Parijana Gana Yukta Kridiyanti Bakarim Snapayati Nija Dasye Radikamam Kadanu. Svilap Kusamanjali on text 74, a new text. Tavatana Varaganda Sangivatena Chandra Valikara Kritamali Kelital Pachalena Madhuramukhi Mukundam Kundatire Milantam Marupami Vikadaham Vikshak Darpam Karishye. Tulsi Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami, is addressing Radharani, and every verse he has a different phrase he uses to glorify Radharani, different names. So here it's Madhuramukhi, sweet-faced. Oh Madhuramukhi, sweet-faced girl, when the wind carries your excellent bodily fragrance to Chandravali's handmade playbed, where Mukunda enjoys with her, Krishna finds a clever excuse to meet you on the banks of Radhakund. Like a honeybee leaving an inferior flower for a superior flower, when will I proudly witness this? So in Das Goswami's mind and heart, sometimes he's seeing the pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Radhakund or Barsana or Yavat, Nandagram, and sometimes he's not seeing them. He's having Milan, he's meeting them, and then he's separated from them. So the commentator is saying that it seems that as if his beloved goddess, his Swamini Radha, is playing hide and seek with him. Sometimes he sees Radharani, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he's right there in his meditation, seeing in his heart Radharani and serving her side by side in her pastimes with Krishna, and then he comes out of that meditation, and he's separated, so now he has to search, seek. Radharani's hiding from him, the Leelas are invisible to him, they're hiding from him, and he has to search for them. And in that search he cries, he laments, he prays, and then again he gets a vision. So last in verse 73, his inner vision took Tulsi Manjari to Govardhan in Madhyan Leela at Dangati. And there it was a very beautiful scene, and Krishna was taxing Radharani, Dan Bihari, and all the gopis, and they were proudly ignoring him and walking on and having various humorous dialogues about his mastership of Vrindavan, which was only a spoof because he's not really married to Brinda Devi. And then he said, well, I'll keep Radharani, and you can go and come back later and pay me the tax, and I'll give you Radharani, Dani Vartan. And that one of the keynotes of that verse was that the seva of the Manjari was to serve with the eyes, just to serve and to see the whole thing and to identify with the proud mood of Radharani. So somehow that idea of darpam or pride was sitting heavily in the heart of Das Goswami. So in his last vision, these are visions, inner vision. In his last vision or sportia of Leela, Raghunath Das was that same thing. He said, Bhrukuti Darpita Netra Yugmam. When will I see? He's saying, when will I see your proud eyes ignoring Krishna as you disregard his request for toll and walk right on? And so this idea of pride, and we discussed that yesterday, how the Manjaris are proud of Radharani and they're proud of Krishna. And now Tulsi Manjari is identifying with the proud eyes of Radharani and her proud Kila Kinchit Bhav mood. And then they're also showing proud eyes and tilting their heads back and walking on and meeting so much resistance. So then he lost that vision. He lost that vision, Raghunath Das, and he came to Bhayadasha, external consciousness. And then he's Vilap. The book is called Vilap Kusumanjali. The fragrant flowers, I'm offering the fragrant flowers of my lamentations. The fragrant flowers of my lamentations and your separation, I'm offering to your heart with my hands. Vilap Kusumanjali. Kusa means fragrant flower. So then he's crying and he's, oh Swamini, ha Radha, ha Radha, ha Radha. Kotai go Premamayi, Radhe, Radhe. As Gorkishore, this is his Tirobhav today. Uttani Kadasi. The demigods got up and he thought, well, it's a good time to go meet them. Vishnu got up today, so now I'll go and meet him. I've been doing bhajan for my whole life, so this is called Utto. Utto means to get up. Vishnu gets up today, so it seems like a fitting time to say good morning to Lord Vishnu. So on this very day, Gorakishore left his body. Gorakishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Great Siddha saint of Mayapur, of Gaur and Krishna, of Mayapur, Navadvipa and Vrindavan. He lived 30 years doing bhajan in Vrindavan. And he started in Navadvip, came here for 30 years, went back to Navadvip. His kutia is there in Navadvip by the Ganga. And his samadhi is there also. So he penned this song, Kotai go Prema Mai Radhe Radhe. Where are you, Radha? Where are you? Ek bar Radhakun Radhe Radhe, Abar Shamakun Radhe Radhe. Ek bar dekle Radhakun me Radhe Radhe, Abar dekle Shamakund me Radhe Radhe. This is the song, basically. Ek bar, one time I'm in Radhakund and I'm shouting and crying, Radhe, 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 Kahan, where are you, where are you, where are you? And Abar, another time, or another day, I'm at Shamakund. Although they're contiguous, but for Gorakishore they were separated by vast amounts of time and space. Ek bar dekle Radhakund me Radhe Radhe, Abar dekle Shamakund me Radhe Radhe, Radhe 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 Radhe, Kotai go Premamayi, oh Premamayi Radhe, oh Karunamayi Radhe, where are you? This is what every sadhaka is asking that same question. Where are you? Where are you? I know where I am, and I know where I want to go. And I want to go where Prema Mai Kotai go. I want to go where Kotai go, where you are, Radharani, and serve you. So Gorakishore, in that mood of viraha, intense viyog and separation from Radharani, he was going everywhere in Vrindavan, Varsana Nandagram Yavat, looking for Radharani. And so what the song says, it describes his travel log. People have a travel log. Well, On the 14th through 15th we'll be in Paris, and the 16th we'll be in Athens, and then we'll go to Cairo. So his travel itinerary is there in one song. There's a whole list of his bhajan stalis. Ek bar dekle keshi gat me Radhe Radhe, abar dekle nidivan me Radhe Radhe, ek bar dekle seva kunj me Radhe Radhe, abar dekle shringarvat me Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe. So he went everywhere looking for Radharani, and he couldn't find. So he went back and took shelter at the lotus feet of Gauranga. In Gaur Dham, Audharya Dham, Karuna Dham, Sadhana Bhumi. Navadvip is Sadhana Bhumi and Braj Bhumi is Siddha Bhumi. This is Siddha. You attain your perfection in Navadvip, and then you come here to swim in that ocean of perfection. In Das Goswami's case, he attained his perfection in Viraha Kshetra, Jagannath Puri. And then he came here and entered deep into the ocean of Manjari Bhav Sadhana under the guidance of Rupa and Sanatan. So now in this verse again, he's saying, Vikshya Darpam Karishye. So somehow he was crying and lamenting, Radharani, where are you, where are you? And then he's chanting, Radharani, please reveal yourself to me, please reveal. I saw you yesterday, I was doing bhajan and you took me to Dan Gati. And the whole Leela of Dan Leela opened up before the screen of my heart and mind and my internal meditation, Antardasha. And I was there, and you were there, and Sham was there, and Madhu Mangal was there, Batu, Sridham and Subal. It was so wonderful, it was so funny, it was so nice, but now I'm so dooky and unhappy. And it's not funny, it's sad, it's disastrous. Where are you? I don't want to live, I don't want to breathe, I can't eat. Even buttermilk is unbearable to me. Please, please, please give me your darshan. Then, and then a Leela opens up. And he says, this is very nice. And again, in this Leela, in another way, as you see, as you study the books, the guidebooks, and for the Raghunuga Sadhana Bhajan, the angle always is from Radharani's viewpoint. So Krishna is always, Radharani is always on the top, Radharani is always the winner, Radharani is always in the superior position. Because the mantra, she's the Swamini, she's Vrindavaneshwari. So the Manjaris, they always want to see their Radharani's in the number one position. So in Dan Gati, Krishna's trying desperately to tax her and restrain her and stop her, and she says, go. And Lalita's there ferociously defending Radharani and frightening Madhamangal. He jumps back 10 steps when he goes to catch some yogurt and ghee from Lalita. Then he says, don't. And then she lets loose a volley of saucy hot words, and Madhamangal falls back 10 feet like he was hit by a AK-47 machine gun. Of her words, just jumps back. And then all the boys get frightened. These gopis are serious contenders. Maybe we won't collect any tax today from them. So then they walk on, and the boys drop their rope. They're defeated, and Radharani wins. She gets a free passage through the Dan Gati. Now today, and again, we'll find out again the wonderful position of Radharani. And we always want to see that. Because this is the viewpoint of the Manjaris and Sakhis. We have more affection for Radha. And Krishna is her servant. This is the mood of the Sakhi Manjaris. Of course, Radharani is Aradhana. She's the Aradhya Devi of Krishna, the worshipful goddess of his heart. And she serves him and loves him and pleases him in every possible way more than any other devotee in Braj. But yet, he also serves Radharani. The Manjaris want to see Krishna massaging Radharani's feet, not Radharani massaging Krishna's feet. In fact, I'll do it for you, says Rupa Manjari. And Rupa Manjari steps forward and massages Radharani's feet. Knowing that in her heart, Radharani wants to massage Radharani's feet. Radharani wants to massage Shyam's feet. But the Manjaris, they don't want to see her like this. So then Rati Manjari comes forward, knowing her heart, and starts massaging, and then Radharani looks, oh, all right. I want to take the humble position. I want to be a servant of my Lord, my Master, my Gopinath. But my Manjaris won't allow that. They want him to serve me. So Radharani displays man, not Krishna. Krishna has to break Radharani's man. He has to become submissive and fall at her feet. Have you ever seen any pastimes of Radharani falling at Krishna's feet? Taking her tiara, her chandrika, and offering at Krishna's feet, and offering her veena at Krishna's feet. Have you ever seen any pictures? Have you ever read any descriptions? No. Never. Never was, never is, never shall be. But so many paintings and logos and Goswamis and Pracharaks, their logo, their ashram is a moor punk, a peacock feather crossed by a flute on top of a pugri and 2 feet underneath it all. Who's pugri? Who's morapanka? Who's bamshi? And who's golden feet? Can you guess? Radha's feet and Krishna's morapanka, pugri, and bamshi. Submission. No submission, no permission. No permission, no admission. So Krishna is submitting to Radha to get her permission to have admission into her heart. But do we ever find Radha submitting to Krishna? Can't find. So Manjaris are supporting that and encouraging that. They're allies of that bhav, they're agents of that propaganda. To such an extent that Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, if some sadhu, maybe even Rasik Jan, very advanced relisher of rasa swadna, bhakta, he may be speaking Harikatha, Bhagavad Katha, Braj Leela, but if he's not glorifying Radharani, if he's not establishing the supremacy and mahima of Radharani, then I don't want to go anywhere near that kathastan, and I don't want to hear even one akshar from the mouth of that pracharak. This is in the bhajan by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This is Manjari Nishta, Radha Nishta. Fixed in the mahima of Radha. I am a dasi. My master is everything. The true servant believes that his master is everything. So a dasi means you're a servant, you're a dasi, you're a maidservant of Radha. And she's your Ishwari, Parameshwari, she's your everything, your Praneshwari, Vrindavaneshwari, Radha. She's the Lord of your heart. She's the Lord of your life. She's the Lord of your world. Your world is Vrindavan and she's Vrindavaneshwari. And your heart is your prana and she's Praneshwari. And she's Manonath. She's the Lord of your mind. So she's always best, she's always correct, she's always right. Anyone disagrees? The door is there. There's also a back door. We can eject you out the back also. Always have a back door so you can let out the bad vibes. It's vastu. It's auspicious to have at least 2 roads on your property. So you can, whatever comes in bad one way can go out the back door. So we saw the planning map that there will be a road behind us, and this north road is auspicious. East and north would be the ideal. Just east and south. East and north road is best. But one road is okay, but not as good as 2. A north entrance is good. You have a good vastu entrance north. Same as here. Behind me there's one foreigner, some Videshi, contaminating the neighborhood. Another one. They're taking over. Slowly. She already finished her kutir. She's followed my instructions exactly. Keep all of her land for Leela Stali and garden and trees and flowers, and just live in a little, what do they call that? Thatched roof. Little thatched roof, little cow dung floor. And as Saint Francis said, the sky is the roof of my kutir, and the 4 directions are the walls, and Mother Earth is the floor, and the stars are my ceiling. So she has a house like that, her kutir. The roof is trina, it's grass from Vrindavan, so she can, whenever she gets proud and she looks up, she can see the grass above her head, and then she did that deliberately. There's deep philosophical import to that. So when she looks up and sees the grass, then she remembers Shikshastakam. Trinada pi sunichena taroriva. She looks up, I'm a big person, I'm from Germany, I'm from Switzerland, I'm on the top of the world. I'm very big. And then, I'm so rich. I have this big land. And then, Trinada pi sunichena. But the 4 walls are the air, and the mother cow, the gober from the mother cow is her floor. I said, this is perfect. And there's a little choki to put the Thakurji to do puja, and then put Thakurji around your neck, and then you open a shastra and you read the shastra, and you close the shastra, sleep, do Madhukari. Is this your idea? This is good. I give you full blessings not to go forward. Just trees and plants and nice. Maybe we can allow 1 hand pump in the northeast corner of your property. Northeast, that would be on your left side of your... No, where would it be? I'm confused. Yeah, it would be on the left-hand side of your door, I guess, when you go in. Like this. You go in and turn left, that corner. That's your northeast corner. Okay, that's nice. And the fields are there. You can join the other ladies there for that other work. Come on. Be a real thing. Don't be fake like this. This is fake. Go all the way. Oh, Mother Amukhi, when will the wind carry your excellent fragrance to Chandravali's playbed, where Mukunda is lying on the bed with that Chandravali? And that fragrance is Radharani's form. So the nice description here of the Leela, because this is a Leela. In his meditation, Tulsi Manjari, Raghunath Das sees this Leela, and he's just watching it. His service is to watch. Like you go to a movie and you watch the movie. Well, what was your service? To watch the movie. That's what I did, and entered into it, and identify with the feelings of different characters, or maybe the lead character, the hero or heroine, and feel joy or feel unhappiness, or laugh or not laugh, or be frightened or be amazed or be bewildered, or all the different emotions in the movie may reflect in your heart or mind. So here, he's seeing this in a meditation. It's a gift of Radha and Yogamaya, and he's relishing it, enjoying. So we enjoy, we see drama, and we're not in the drama, but we're watching it, and we enjoy, and we relish. So the Manjaris watching the Leela, there's no particular seva mentioned here that she's particularly rendering, other than mentally and heartfully identifying with Radharani and feeling proud to see this pastime and see in how this pastime, along the same lines of the point I'm making, how this pastime and hundreds of others illuminate the preeminence of Radharani over all the other Sakhis. In the Padma Puran, it lists the Sakhis. There's thousands of Sakhis, and of them 16 are primary, but then there's 8. The 8 primary Sakhis, in Shaivya, Padma, Lalita, Radha, and Chandravali, and Shamala, and Danya, whatever. There's 8 of them that are considered the topmost Sakhis of Vrindavan. And of those 8, there's 2 that are the most prominent, closest, and most dear and intimate with Krishna, Chandravali and Radharani. They're 2 sisters. Their fathers are brothers, Chandrabhanu and Vrishabhanu. So they're obviously what they call cousins, but they're actually, in Indian viewpoint, they're like sisters. So obviously they look very similar. Chandrabhanu looks like Vrishabhanu. And they're so beautiful. Radharani is so beautiful. And Chandravali is so beautiful. They're practically one. One is Bhanu and one is Chandra. Bhanu, Radharani's name is Bhanunandini Radha, because Vrishabhanu is her father. Nandini means daughter. Bhanunandini, Bhanu means sun. The Bhanu is the name for the sun. And she's born as a child of the sun. Her father is a sun worshipper. Vrishabhanu worships the Devata Surya. And Nanda Maharaj worships Nrsingadev and Lakshmi Narayan. And all the Brijvasis, even today, they worship Krishna, Ram, Shiva, Durga, Chandi, Ganesh, so many different forms of the Lord. But ultimately, the center of everyone's life is Radha and Krishna, even today. And similarly, in Krishna's time, then the center of life was and is Radha and Krishna, although the residents of the Dham... Can you turn up the volume a little bit? It seems kind of kamjor. I think just on where the microphone is plugged in. Or maybe it's on Sarkari power again, there's no voltage. Where the microphone's plugged in. Radhe, Radhe. What happens if you turn it up, it's okay? That's better, no? Is that right? I don't know, maybe I guess I'm going deaf. Along with the list of other things. Add that to the list. As you get older, okay, there's eyes don't work, ears don't work, and teeth don't work, digestion doesn't work, bones don't work, joints don't work. Anything working anymore? Barely can speak a few words slowly. And when you're young, you speak so fast. You listen to my lecture tapes from 5 years ago, it sounds like a race car, really fast. Doesn't take long. So she's proud of all those Manjaris, and I mean all those Sakhis. Radharani is the most beautiful, and but Krishna, it's like he's with Chandravali a lot, and he's with Radharani most of the time, and he's with the other Sakhis like Lalita and Vishaka some of the time. So in terms of time spent with Sakhis, mostly with Radha. Then second runner-up is Chandravali. Then there's 8 others after that. Champak, Chitra, Lalita Vishaka, Indulekha, Tungavidya Sudevi, and Rangadevi. So she's the runner-up, so to speak, for Krishna's association. And you won't find any verses where the Sakhi Manjari, where the Manjaris of Radharani are worried about or taking Krishna away from Vishaka, or trying to lure Krishna away from Lalita or from the other Ashtasakhis, because they're Radharani's party, and they know that Krishna is there on Radharani's order, and those Sakhis are enjoying with Krishna because that pleases Radha. They have Krishna Sneha Adik. They have more affection for Krishna than Radha, the Ashtasakhis, Lalita, Vishaka. But they do engage in conjugal vilas, intimate romantic pastimes with Krishna, and that's their sambhog, ichatmika bhakti they have, but they do that because Radharani encourages them. Otherwise they're completely sold out to Radharani and serving her and bringing Krishna to her and her to Krishna. They also take part in all the 16 sevas to Radharani. The 16 sevas of the Sakhis are to their Yuteshwari Radharani. She is the pradhan, or the main Yuteshwari. Although Lalita's a Yuteshwari, Vishaka's Yuteshwari, and Chandravali, of course. But then Champak, Chitra, they're all Yuteshwaris, but they surrendered their lordship or their mistressship or control of all their 8 Sakhis in their jut or group, and all their 8 Manjaris under their 8 Manjaris and 8 Manjaris under each of their Sakhis. They surrendered all of that legion of Sakhis and Manjaris to the seva and pleasure of Radharani. So she's the Paramuteshwari of her Sakhi Gan. But then they have their independent, separate conjugal vilas with Krishna, Madhura Vilas. But you will find verses about the anti-party, the rivals, Chandravali. In Sankalpa Kalpa she will come up also in her name. So the Leelas that he saw is described here, that his meditation opened up into this beautiful Leela, that Radharani's in Radhakund waiting for Krishna, and this is what happens, that driven by the force of love, Swaminiji goes on Abhisar, a love journey to meet Krishna in Radhakund, and she's holding her arm on Tulsi's shoulder. So when we read this, this is of course excerpted from Govinda Lilamrita and Krishna Bhavanamrita. They're fused together here in this tika to explain, fluff out and explain the Leela that's behind this small sutra verse of meditation. So the idea here is that why Kasturi Manjari and why Vinod Vallari Manjari have given us these books, Krishna Bhavanamrita and Govinda Lilamrita, to guide our own meditation and to guide our own aspirations. That yes, oh, this is so wonderful, this is so attractive. That's the whole basis of beginning Raganuga Bhakti, is greed, attraction. When you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami Pad, he has 7-10 verses on Raganuga Bhakti, and he says, when one hears about the pastimes of the Brijbasis, he becomes attracted, he wants to have the feelings that they have, and he wants to serve like they are serving. So how are they serving? So if I don't know how they're serving, or how they're serving Radha, say I'm attracted to Madhura Rati, then how will I develop spiritual greed, sacred greed, to want to practice? Or how will I develop that attachment or that desire to serve like that if I don't know what the services are? So everywhere Kasturi Manjari has described, Krishnadas Kaviraj, and Govinda Lilamrita, these are the sevas of the Sakhis and Manjaris. Are they beautiful? Are they attractive? Are they sweet? Do you like them? Are you interested? And you check off yes, 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 yes. And do you like the way they speak and the way they laugh and the way they interchange with Krishna? Does that attract your heart? And you say yes, 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 yes. Then your rag is indicated here, that from Purva Sanskaras, Gada, it's called Gada Samskaras, Gada, Gada, very deep impressions in your chitta, which you've carried over from last life, sadhu sangha and practice of sadhana bhakti will manifest in this particular way, or in a particular rati or attraction towards Krishna, or in this life, some term arunika and prakatnika, I forget, but the purva sanskaras, in this life by your sadhu sangha and by your books that you've read, and murtis. Jiva Goswami's Tika says, by seeing murtis of the Lord, by sadhu sangha, and by reading about the pastimes of the Lord, one awakens, develops, he awakens an attraction if it was there from last life, or if there's no attraction that he's aware of, because it hasn't manifested for 10 years and 20 years and 30 years of his life or whatever, and then he feels some attraction, that greed is that's what he wants, that's his greed, that's his selection. That's what he's saying. So then he pursues that by sadhu sangha and study and bhajan and eventually shiksha and diksha and whatever is required to go there. So when you read there, as we're hearing now in this particular pastime, Radharani is an abhisar, and she's the prema shraya, and her assistants, her near assistants are the Sakhi Manjaris, and they're walking around beside her, coming to Radhakund, because this is the Leela Stali and the Madhyan Leela. And Radharani is taking shelter. She has her left arm on the shoulder of Tulsi Manjari. So this, of course, is a beautiful scene, one moment in the Leela of our journey of love, proceeding from Barsana or Nandagram. And there's a Manjari there, Sakhi Manjari, doing seva for her Ishvari. So it's written that it's Rati Manjari or Tulsi Manjari, but you can also write your Manjari name in there. Or if you have none, you can say, oh, how wonderful. How wonderful it would be. Radharani, ordinarily, if she's just walking, she walks. She doesn't take support from a Sakhi Manjari. But when one's feeling dizzy or delirious, then he feels he may topple over this way, that way, or he feels disoriented or imbalanced he can't walk properly for some reason, some disease or disturbance or anxiety or overwhelming emotions, then hey, give me support. Mostly it's because of old age or physical infirmity that one takes shelter of someone else's body for support. But it can also be these other ways I mentioned. So Radharani is so intoxicated by the anticipation of meeting Krishna that she's tottering on her way to Radhakund. And then Sakhi Manjari, yeah. So how would that feel? What a wonderful service. Radharani's arm is on your shoulder. If one doesn't have, when one reads Shastras and there's no rag comes, no attraction comes, no taste comes, then he's really got a long way to go. So that's why we have to keep chanting and keep sadhu sangha, because he's naturally awakened as one progresses, a natural attraction for Krishna, because Krishna is all attractive. So when someone's jaundiced and they have a bile disease of their gallbladder and liver, both one or the other, then his tongue loses the capacity to perceive sweet taste. So then at that time you say, here's some mango ice cream. I made it for Krishna, because it's India, mango. And then it doesn't taste like anything. It's nothing. Can you taste the mango? No. Can you smell? No. Can you? What do you taste? Oh, that is nothing. Okay, keep eating ice cream. Eventually, when the disease recedes and disappears, then, This same ice cream is so tasty, so nice. So this is the remedy, which is explained in Upadeshamrita, that Krishna is full of rasika, murari, rasik murari, and he's full of sweetness, madhurya sham, and he's full of beauty, sundara sham, sham sundar, but we have no attraction to that beauty. We can't feel the sweetness or taste the sweetness of Krishna. Because avidya, the jaundice of avidya and anarthas, we keep going, keep taking the medicine. Because the medicine, traditional medicine for jaundice is sugar. It's called misri, rak candy. And with lemon juice, it makes it even more a quicker cure. And I've said before, but I once got jaundice in America as a karmi, and a rather unusual circumstance. And I went to a doctor that was from Germany, and he moved to America. And he was very old-fashioned, apparently, and he was an allopathic MD, like everyone else, obviously. And he said, listen, I could give you all kinds of drugs, but I know that your family and you in general, you're more like because our family was kind of like that, more into natural type foods and things. So I'll give you the traditional remedy we have. In traditional medicine, you take rock candy and lemon, but it's not available here in this region where you live. So I'll give you take these sugar candies, which were locally available in the supermarket, big bag of little jelly things that were lemon flavor and kind of chewy and gooey and full of sugar. And they get caught in your teeth, but they were called chuckles. It's interesting you're laughing. That's what they were called, chuckles. Chuckle, the word chuckle in English means to laugh. Sounds like an Hindi word or something. Chakaleshwar. Chakaleshwar Mahadeva ki. Chakaleshwar. That's CHA, cha. This is cha, chuckle. At any rate, so that was the proxy medicine that was given in absence of the asli dawa of misri and nibu pani. And it worked. And gradually, but the problem was those Jell-O sugar candies tasted like chewing on rubber. It was like, because they were chewy, kind of spongy, chewy things that kiddies. It's kiddies' candy. It's what it is. It's kids' candy, children's candy. They sell little packs like this, and one's red, one's black, one's yellow, one's green, like that. Or they get a big bag. So eventually, after chewing on that rubber for some time, it became so sweet. So this is it. This is why, otherwise, what is the point of reading these Shastras? These Shastras are supposed to project. First, these Shastras, they give shape to our abhilash, give shape to our desire. They give shape to our dhyana, or meditation, and our aspirations. Prayojana means to establish your goal. Your aspirations means your goal, your ideal in bhajan life. What is your ideal? What is your goal? Oh, I don't know, Hare Krishna. Just chat and, take prasad, sell books. Great, that's perfect. That's your goal, then fully absorb yourself in it. Chant lots of rounds, get lots of strength, eat wonderful prasadam, sell hundreds of books. I did it. I did it for 6 years, every day in the airport, LA. I know what it means to sell books and work hard for my guru. So, and at some point some other idea may come in your mind. So now when that idea comes, then how to play it right and mold it and guide it. So just see, the book's just one scene. Oh, Tulsi Manjari, you're revealing this wonderful seva as a Sakhi you've done. And my aspiration is to become a Sakhi Manjari of Radha. And you did this seva. Maybe my shoulder will get use one day as Radharani's support. Why not? Can you argue that it cannot happen? No, of course it will happen, it can happen. Because any service that's mentioned in these books of bhajan are services that are available to the Manjaris. Otherwise, what's the point? There's no point. Because they're already doing it, so why they bother describing it to us? These are bhajan manuals, guides. That's nice. And Radharani's shoulder, arm on my shoulder. Can just, that thought, 16 rounds goes by with that. You're wondering, how do I chant my rounds? One meditation, one scene, one aspiration can fill your heart and mind with the whole 2 hours of your life, daily life. Now the watchword here is go deep. How deep? Just open the book, that deep. But just go in. You're going somewhere, put on the flippers, put on the mask, put on the scuba tanks, put in the mouthpiece and dive and breathe. And start swimming underwater and seeing all the beautiful tropical fish and coral and all the other live coral, not on your finger. What's a coral? Coral in Hindi, how do you say? Praful or something like that? Something begins with a P. Coral. You know coral? C-O-R-A-L. Begins with a P. Anyway. Huh? Panna? No, that must be Marathi or something. You're confused. You're a multi-bhasha wala. English, Marathi, Hindi. You got so many, they're all mixed up. That's nice, but at any rate, whatever it is. What is it? Now, Prabal. It's called Prabal. P-R-A-B-L-A. That's coral in Hindi, Prabal. It's from the ocean, but it's a living entity's dried up body. So there he is. They're walking down, and with Radharani, arm in arm, as they say, arm on his shoulder. When Swamini and Tulsi Manjari arrive at the trysting place at Radhakund, they see that Shyam is not there. And after waiting a long time for Shyam at Radhakund, Swamini, that means Radha, becomes restless and eagerly starts looking out for him to come. And that's what I'm going to go here. So now the question is why, where is he? Where is Krishna? Radharani's eager for him to come. Krishna, well, he was on his way to Radhakund, and Krishna was on his way to meet Radharani as per the Sanket, the appointed meeting. And somehow or other, this amazing event happened. Krishna was going out to meet Srimati in the Kunja. He was doing Abhisar. The lover, the Nayak goes on Abhisar and the Nayak goes on Abhisar. The hero and the heroine, they both go to the trysting place, the place of Milan, meeting. A cave in Govardhan, a Kunja in Vrindavan, the groves of Radhakund, the valleys of Gavarvan and Barsana, or the caves in Barsana. All these are the private meeting places of Radha and Krishna. So they will both go on Abhisar. But on the way to meet Radhika, dun, 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 Krishna met with Padma and Shaibya. If you don't know, Padma Sakhi and Shaibya, they are the enemies of Radha. Vipaksha Sakhis, anti-party. There's a pro-party and pro and anti. You're pro or anti, for or against. Anti means against. The party that's against me. Vipaksha, paksha means party, against party. So Krishna was all excited. I'm going to meet Radharani at Radhakund, and he's looking his best and smelling so wonderfully, and all beautiful fresh clothes, pitambara dhoti, brand new peacock feather, like that one, right? Brand new peacock feather. Krishna's standing behind you, don't even know. He's looking at, Look. You're just leaning on it. You're leaning on him. You don't even know it. He's right there, waiting for you to turn around. That's every sadhaka is in the same position. Krishna's right there, waiting for us to turn around. But we're always looking there. The world's in front of me. I have to conquer this world. I have to enjoy this world. There's so much out here. Look at all these beautiful women. Look at all these beautiful men. So many beautiful places to see and go. I have to go here and get this and get that. Everything's before my eyes, and Krishna is standing behind saying, Acha, turn around, my friend. Like the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the living entity is sitting on this body is like a bird sitting on the tree of the body, and there's another bird called, maybe that's chapter 13, I'm not sure. There's another bird called the Paramatma, the Kshetra and the Kshetragya and the Kshetragya. So the knower of the field and the knower of the field. So there's two birds sitting on the tree. One bird just sitting on the branch, his eyes closed, he's meditating. The other bird's jumping around, eating all the fruits. So that painting is there in Prabhupada's Gita. So the bird sitting there peacefully, closed eyes, meditating is Paramatma. Shant Bhagavan, peaceful Bhagavan. And a passionate bird jumping all around, eating the wild cherries on the tree, that's us. We're going here and there, and Bhagavan's waiting. So Krishna met them, and how did they meet them? Because they had planned an ambush. It's going on everywhere. They staked out. This is what the people they stake out. They staked out Krishna's house, and Padma and Shaibu were hiding in the kunjas, watching the palace gate of Nandagram. He should be coming any minute now. And when he comes, we'll catch him. We'll catch him, we'll ambush him, we'll kidnap him, and take him to our Chandravali. So that's their plan. So they were watching the gate intensely. Then they saw that Krishna very eagerly was trying to sneak out of the house without being seen. Then, when Krishna thought he was safe, then Shaivya and Padma jumped out of the kunja. Sham! And they went right up to him and said, listen, our Sakhi is eagerly waiting to meet you on Sakhi Stali, in her kunja. Please. So when Krishna heard that request, what to do? He couldn't say no. Because they have a phrase, if you're not with the one you love the one you're with. Of course, that doesn't sound very appealing to housewives or looking for loyal husbands, or for husbands looking for loyal wives. Goes both ways, as everyone knows. If you're not with the one you love, then you love the one you're with. This is the motto by which Krishna lives. And Radharani does not like it. Would you? No. Neither would the man. He gets married, she says, look, I love you dearly, I'll do everything for you, you're my everything, I'm your wife. But one thing I have to tell you, if I have this motto that I live by, if I'm not with you, then I love whomever I'm with. And he'll say, oh, wait a minute. This because people want loyalty. We want loyalty on this plane. Do you think Krishna doesn't want loyalty on his plane? Do you think Guru doesn't want loyalty on his plane? Plane means state, level, position. We demand it. We will kill for it. We will kill for loyalty. If the wife is not loyal, the husband will kill her. The husband's not loyal, the wife will kill him. We will go that far. We demand loyalty to that extent. Am I right? You look at the newspaper all the time. We demand it. But then we can reject gurus every other day. We can be loyal to God or not loyal to God. Just think. where our priorities are. It's an interesting point to think about. So Radharani, she wants loyalty, but she knows it's a little difficult with this person she's fallen in love with, because she tries her best to control him, and mostly she does, but he's Swatantra. He's Swatantra Bhagavan. He's independent. So he never gives that up. He submits, and he's controlled, and that's Radharani's quality, to control Krishna by her love. But still, he has that little bit of freedom, that little free will to be independent, because he's the source of free will and he's the source of independence. So he never gives it up. That's why he's Swatantra Bhagavan. And he gives a spark of that to us too. Independence, choice, free will. So he went there to Chandravali's Kunj, and they of course received him very nicely. And they were speaking Rasa Katha together and so many other things. And then they were very happy. Meanwhile, what's happening with Radharani, who's waiting in Radhakund for her errant lover, who is tardy in his appointment? She's, what is her condition? So Brinda Devi is very much concerned about the condition of Radharani, her mental condition, her emotional condition, her physical condition, her environmental condition. So she's always trying to attend in various ways in cooperation with Purnamasi to bring the greatest peace and happiness and satisfaction to Radharani in every time, place and circumstance in Braj Mandal. Because together, Brinda Devi and Purnamasi, Yogamaya, they work hand in hand to arrange everything on all levels in Vrindavan for the smooth flow of Radha and Krishna's pastimes in Madhurya Ras. Brinda Devi especially is working in the area of Madhurya Ras, and Yogamaya Purnamasi, she's overseeing all the different rasas and fulfillment therein with different agents, and also Brinda Devi. But Brinda Devi's primary concern, by the way, Brinda Devi, she's Krishna Sneha Adik. She has more love for Krishna. This is in Radha Krishna Ganadesh Deepika. Brinda Devi has more love for Krishna than Radha. So she's a Sakhi, a Devi, not exactly a Manjari, but she renders so many services. So she's Krishna Sneha Adik, Brinda Devi. I just saw that the other day when I was reading. So she's like that, but we don't really ever hear of her meeting particularly with Krishna. I haven't heard, but her bhav is like that. So in Vrindavan, to further explain the point I'm saying, how Brinda Devi's arranging everything and working with every aspect of Vrindavan, all the movable and non-movable entities, the birds, the trees, everything, to make it all successful for the pastimes. In Vrindavan, all the birds and animals, nature itself, the 5 elements, the air of Vrindavan, the fire element of Vrindavan, the water, the sky, the earth, they're all under the control of Brinda Devi. So she saw, when she arrived herself in Radhakund, she saw that Radharani herself personally had arranged very beautiful kunja, Vilas Kunj, a Vilas Kunj at Radhakund, to receive Krishna and serve him in so many beautiful, tender, sweet, charming ways. And she personally, with her own hand, she made a flower bed of soft, fragrant petals. And there were garlands. She strung so many garlands ready to offer her beloved Nayak, Krishna. So at this time, she's just showing one of the Ashtanayaka bhavs. I said there's 8 primary emotional moods that are exhibited by the Sakhis. And Radharani exhibits all of them. And she's especially expert in one particular bhav. It's called Swadhina Bhatrika. I think many people are familiar with that. Swadhina Bhatrika bhav. This is controlling. When Radharani takes control after the intimate affairs of Radha and Krishna, then Radharani, her hair and clothes, everything is kind of in disarray and tangled. Then she becomes very dominant, and she says, "Krishna." Swadhina means she like controls. You now, you did this Kandarpa yagya, and you brought out this deity. You took this deity out of me called Kandarpa, the god of love, and you worshipped him and did all your puja and everything. And now you have to, after you do puja, then you have to dress the deity. And so now you please dress me as I was before. And so then Krishna brushes her hair, ties her bani, puts flowers in it, puts her new kajal on her eyes, dresses her, everything Krishna does. And this is one of the 8 Nayaka bhavs called Swadhina Bhatrika. So this is the speciality of Radharani, and she's most expert in that, but she exhibits all the other 8 bhavas also. At this stage, it's called Vasika, what's it called? It's called Vasaka Sajjika. Vasa means place, residence, Brajavas. So when she goes to a kunja, then she's waiting there for Krishna. Then that's a particular bhava that's described very nicely here. That vas, like Brajavas, that means in a place, doing something in a place. Vasaka Saja. This is a gopi, in this case Radharani, who beautifies the bower or kunja and the bedchamber for her dearest lover. So this of course applies, these are called Nayaka bhavas. These bhavs apply to the heroine, the lady, the beloved. So she's there and she's in that mood, she's in that bhav, she's a Vasaka Saja, Nayaka. And she's very excited and she's anticipating, but then he's late and where is he? So then, you can be in a happy mood and then get some bad news and go in a sad mood. Moods can change. Mood, ras, bhav. Bhava means moods, your feelings. You can be very sad and unhappy, then you get some good news or some good friends come and they cheer you up and elevate your mind and heart and bring you very satisfying news and good tidings. And then, I feel relieved. I forgot all about that. Whatever. Everyone has this experience. So they're the supreme expressions of dealings of human nature, the transcendental nature of the spiritual world. So Radharani is in all these feelings, and this bhav, it's a bhav, Vasaka Saja. And now, how does it progress? So part of this eagerness of anticipation, because bhav is a feeling, like we have feeling, thinking, feeling, and action. Thinking, feeling, willing. So when this bhav sits in the mind and sits in the heart, this eagerness to meet the beloved, and you're in the Tristing Bower, you're in the Vilas Kunj. So, and then the Manjaris start making a flower bed. No, I'll do it myself. Watch. Today I want to make the flower bed for Sham. And Radharani with her own hands is making the flower bed. And then, I want to make garlands for the entrance door. I have some idea in my mind. I've been thinking about it. All the way here, as I was walking from Barsan, I was thinking, I want to make garlands for the entrance door. I know that Krishna was mentioning the other day that he very much liked this Malika flower. So Manjaris, you go, hey listen, Tulsi Manjari, Rupa, go pick lots of Malika flowers. I want to string and then they may bring those flowers. Hey Nava Gopi. Hey Nava Gopi. Hey Nava Gopi means new Gopi. Navasaki. You string these garlands. You string them and I have this picture in my mind what design I want to make. You string them and you hand them to me. So then she's taking them and this one goes like this and like this and like that. Then these go like that. And this with garlands, you make like a natural entrance. Garlands going like this, and garlands going like that, and straight. And it's very beautiful and attractive and colorful. Radharani's done it herself. That's all part of the expression of this Vasaka Sajjika Bhav. Vasaka Sajika. So, and also one symptom of that is Sri Radhika eagerly waiting. She going in and out again out of the door to see if he's coming. Is he coming? Is he coming? And then she's eagerly waiting, and then Rani is repeatedly asking Alita Vishaka and the other Sakhis, why is he not coming? Why is he not coming? Where is he? Why is he not coming? Why is he delayed? So now that Bhav was Vasaka Saji, she was there and she was decorating, she was a little peaceful and waiting. Now she wasn't coming and it was late and she was waiting a long time peacefully, so that peace turned into agitation. And that agitation created intense eagerness. Her eagerness started to increase more and more. And then she started going in and out. As you know, someone says, sit still. And you're just going back, no, I just can't sit still. I'm impatient. I'm thinking of something. No, you're making me dizzy. You're going back and forth, back and forth. So this happens. So now Radharani's bhav from Vasaka Sajika, it changed to Utkantita. Utkantita. Kanti means neck. Tulsi Kanti. Ut means uto, means extend. If you're eager to meet someone, you don't say, oh yeah, where is that person? I really wish he would come, and I love him so much. And where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? The neck comes up naturally. Utkanti, the kanti comes up. This is a common expression. The expressions, the mudras and expressions, the rasas, we have ras, and we have bhava, and we have all these things here in Natya and Shastra, and it's all written. And it's common experience in human dealings and intercourse, conversations and movements. We exhibit all these mudras, so that it's all coming from there. This is divya ras, divya, alokik, transcendental bhav, the alokik dham. It all comes from there. So it's not that we're imitating. These are just the natural dealings with human beings, and they're human-like, but they're transcendental. So now she's very eager, and now she's in Utkantita Bhav. And Utkantita Bhav is described as the lover, or beloved rather, who repeatedly, and it can be the lover also, who repeatedly glances down the path, because Krishna also shows this Utkantita Bhav. One who repeatedly glances down the path in great eagerness, anxiously anticipating the arrival of her beloved Sri Krishna. Utkantita Krishna Pat Laki, and it's in Bengali. So Srimati Radharani was eagerly waiting. But Brinda Devi was seeing, we made such nice arrangements, such a nice breeze we created here for Radharani's pastimes, and such nice blooming flowers, and the trees are dripping honey, and the kokils are singing so sweetly, and the pigeons are humming and cooing. We arranged, Yoga Maya, Purnamasi and I arranged such an ideal atmosphere in this Vilas Kunj for Radha to enjoy her beautiful afternoon with Krishna and Radha Kund. And he's not here. This is the only element I can't control in Vrindavan. Yoga Maya, Purnamasi and I are controlling all the Panchabhutas, all the elements. But this Bhuta, this Jiva Bhuta, there's Panchabhuta, Bhumir, Nalo, Bhumir, whatever it is, Valo. In the Gita, there's the elements, earth, water, air, ether. I can control all the elements. They're called Bhuta. But there's Jiva Bhuta, the living element, the element that's alive, the Jiva, Jivatma. The Jiva mixes with the Bhuta and becomes Jiva Bhuta. Right? It's called Jiva Bhuta. Bhuta means elements. This body is made of elements. But it moves and acts, and it exhibits life because of the presence of the Atma, Jivatma. I can control all the Bhutas of Vrindavan, but I can't control this Jiva Bhuta, the Param Jeev, this Krishna, the Paramatma. He's Swatantra. He's out of my control. So he's late. What to do? So she feels very distressed. If you have everything under the control but one thing, then you really feel, I controlled everything, but I didn't anticipate this. If someone's a big controller or manager or arranger, they arranged everything for a perfect utsav or festival or dressing or whatever, meal. Oh, I didn't foresee this. You arrange everything, and then I didn't foresee there'd be so little voltage, so little electric voltage coming in the government electric supply that it wouldn't even power a 500-watt Ahuja amplifier, which happened yesterday. We were running on Sarkari, then it went, ooh. There was so little voltage in the line, it was like zero, even though we have a so-called voltage stabilizer, which is supposed to make it go up. But that only works if your voltage is 110 or 90, it will make it 220 or 240. But in Braj, all the time the voltage comes 60, 50 volts. So voltage stabilizers are bekar, faltu, useless. Get the best one, bring it to Braj, and it becomes useless. This is Braj, the Braj vector. So we have all the systems they have in Delhi, but because it's in Vrindavan, this is one thing you'll never get in Delhi, 50 volts of electricity. So that happened yesterday, the amplifier. One other system we made. And then I remembered we have this cutout switch to cancel the Sarkari power and only run on your own batteries. Very necessary thing. And then I forgot it because I don't hardly ever use it. And then it came in. So Brinda Devi's thinking, what to do? Radharani's so distressed. I should help Srimati Radhika somehow or other. So then she thinks, yes. Suno. Hey Vata, hey Vat. Vat means air. Radharani called the air and whispered in his ear, listen, I have some seva for you. TK. So now, what did Brinda Devi tell the air what to do? Because as I already said, the air is serving the command of Brinda Devi, the water, the land, the sky, everything, the stars, the moon, everything. Everything is serving Brinda Devi for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. But this one person she can't control, that's Krishna. Because she doesn't know where he is, so she tells the air, listen, you go in all directions, you go everywhere. Air goes everywhere. Air goes into water. Air is everywhere. Air is inside of us, outside of us, below us, above us. It's everywhere air goes. So wherever Krishna is, the air will go there. Doing what? Well, first, before the air goes there, wherever Krishna is, the air will pick up the fragrance from Krishna, from Radha's body. Radha Saurabh, Radha Sugandhi, Gandharvika. Krishna, in a very proud and bold way, says, remember, this is a Manjari speaking, Krishna, in a very proud, as usual, Drishta Nayak, very proud, in a very proud and bold way, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling to those that don't know, but Krishna is telling, this is a Manjari speaking, in a very proud and bold way, Krishna is telling in Gita, for those who don't know, he says, Prithvi Gandha Asmi. In Gita, Krishna says, I am the fragrance of the earth. Bhagavad Gita. This is earth, Bhumi, Prithvi. Prithvi Devi means Bhumi, Prithvi. That's Sanskrit. Gandha Prithvi me asmi. I am the in English it says, I am the original fragrance in earth. That's Prabhupada's translation, because fragrance originates from the earth. Earth is, you take clay, it's one. But you put a rose seed there, or you put a juhi, or bela, or champak, and that same one earth, it smells like clay. Beautiful smell of pure earth. Then up comes the fragrance of rose, and bela, and juhi, and champak. Everyone knows. So that the source of all that fragrance is the earth, and I am the source of the fragrance in the earth. This is what most people think if they read Bhagavad Gita. But those that are Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they know something else. You all know, right? No. Yes? You know? Yeah. You should know. That one of our 1,000 names of Radha, Radha Sahasranam, is Gandharvika Radharani Ki Jai. Gandharvika Ki Jai. Who were the worshipful Thakur and Thakurani of Siddhanta Saraswati? Does anyone know? Gandharvika Giridhari. These were his worshipful lords. Gandharvika Giridhari. And he established them in Audharyadam. Audharyadam. Navadvip. We know, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, that the origin of the fragrance of the earth comes from not Krishna, but Radha. How so? When Radharani takes bath at Radhakund, then the Sakhi Manjaris, they take her remove her clothes and put on her thin white bathing outfit. And when her clothes fall from her body and touch the ground, the clothes that were on her body, her lengra, or sari, or lehengra, this chunari, or veil, chadar, etc., they're carrying, because they're touching in Radharani's body, they're collecting and picking up and becoming saturated with the natural, the sahaja gandha, sahaja itar, the natural scent, sahaja, of Radharani's transcendental form, which is sandalwood and aguru and kasturi and kunkum, and all beautiful blue lotus flowers, very beautiful fragrance of blue lotus flowers, which we can only imagine, never seen or smelled. That's her fragrance. So they're all on the clothes, and when Radharani's clothes fall on the prithvi, then that fragrance goes into the earth, and the origin of all fragrance in the earth is Radharani's clothing. So that's why Radharani is called Gandharvika. Gandharvika means one who has natural, beautifully attractive, sweet fragrance. Gandharva, that's what Gandha means. And Gandharva also means a celestial being who looks human-like but has wings. Well, that's the kinnaras. There's kinnaras that are what Christians call angels, we call kinnaras. They're human form but they have wings and they sing very nicely. Then the Gandharvas have human form with no wings. All this is, of course, bodies made of man. There's no gross matter there. And they're experts singing and dancing. So Radharani is also called Gandharvika because she's an expert singer or dancer. But this meaning is also there. Gandha means fragrance. So the Rasik Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they say that the earth has fragrance because of Gandharva Radha. You know this? You don't know? You know? This is a fact. Srimati Radharani ki jai. So Krishna says he's the origin of everything, and Radharani says she's the origin. Which came first, the sunshine or the sun? They're eternally, simultaneously existing. Which came first, the fire, the light or the fire? So which came first, Shaktiman or Shakti? Shaktiman is Krishna, Shakti is Radha. So they're both eternally existing. Shakti, Shaktiman, Abedha. And Chaitanya Charitamrita says Shakti, 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 Shaktiman, Abed. There is no difference between a Shakti and Shaktiman. So air, you take the fragrance of Radhika's body to wherever Krishna is. Wherever he is, you should find him and flood his nostrils with the fragrance of Radharani's body. Thus, on the order of Vrindadevi, the air carried Krishna's fragrance from Radhika's body all over Vrindavan, searching for Krishna in every cave, in every kunj, in every valley. Kotai go, prema mahi, Krishna, Krishna. Kotai go, prema mahi, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, where are you? The air is singing this song. Kotai go, prema mahi, prema maya, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Where are you? Ah, there you are in Sakhi Stali. And what are you doing there? The air knows. So the air is going everywhere. Suddenly, upon smelling Radha's fragrance being carried in that air, Krishna immediately becomes restless. And although he's sitting on the flower bed of the Chandravali at Sakhi Stali, he starts standing up and then sitting down, standing up and sitting down, walking back and forth. Very, very restless. And Chandravali said, "What, Shyam, what has happened to you? You're up and down, you're going this way, that way. What's making you so restless?" And Krishna said, "Oh, Chandra, I just remembered. I was supposed to do something when I came out of the palace gate this morning when you accosted me. By surprise, I didn't expect to meet you. My mother sent me out to do something and I completely forgot about it and your association." "Oh, really? Shyam, what did your mother tell you to do?" "Well, she said that I have to round up all the stray cows and calves and prepare and tell all the sakhas because there's been some rumor that Kamsa is going to attack Gokul. He's going to attack Nandagram. So we have to secure all the cows and calves because he may send another demon like Aristasura or some Agasura or some demon. So my mother said some demon may attack this morning or this afternoon, and I don't have much time. I have to go. I have to immediately go back to Nandagram. But listen, stay right here. Wait here. As soon as I tackle that demon, then I'll come back. All right?" "Well, yes, certainly, Shyam. You must carry out your mother's order. And I'll patiently wait for you." "All right." Very clever. Vrindadevi is very clever. So Krishna, when Krishna is smelling that air and following that air to wherever it's going to take him, and then Krishna starts praying to that air, to that cool air, carrying the fragrance of Radha. Oh Vat, where is my Swamini? Where is Radha? Please take me there. Show me where she is." So then the air answers, come on with me, I'll take you to that place. So here the air has become the guide of Krishna. So I mentioned that even the air is serving Krishna's Leela. The water is serving Krishna's Leela. Just see, the air is carrying the fragrance of Radharani. So that's the seva. Even air is, that's the special. Oh, you can do bhajan anywhere. You do bhajan in America, Delhi, anywhere. What's the big thing? Brajavas, Braja bhajan. The air in Delhi is only carrying pollution and noise and pollution. That's all that's being carried in the air in Delhi, Bombay, Germany, New York, Russia. But every element, the air here, the cool air, this cool breeze, is carrying the fragrance of Radharani. It's carrying the fragrance of Krishna. It's carrying some message from Krishna, a message from Radharani. The ether Sound vibration passes through the kham. It's called Kham, kham, or ether, sky. But fragrance passes through air. Sound goes through the ether element. In a vacuum, there's no sound. In a vacuum, you take out all the air and all the ether, then there's no sound. So the ethereal element is mixed with the air element, and the sound passes through the ether aspect of air. So the air, the ether in Vrindavan is carrying the sound of Krishna's name. It's carrying the messages of Godhead, the message of Godhead, the Hari Katha, the Radha Krishna Yuga Katha. Everywhere there's Katha, everywhere there's Kirtan. This is Braj. And the birds are singing, and that song of the birds is being carried by the ether into our ears. And they're telling us in their song about Krishna's pastimes. This is Vrindavan. This is speciality Vrindavan. So it's not, you can never ever compare living in Vrindavan or doing bhajan in Vrindavan to anywhere else. So one should be convinced about that point. So now, Nagar Sham quickly follows that wonderful sweet fragrance of Radha carried in the air, just like a honeybee, because that's what the verse is saying. As Krishna here, because Krishna is called Madhusudan, he's that honeybee that drinks the sweet nectar of the gopis' lips, Madhusudan. And the verse is telling, it says he's Madhupam ivakadaham, Madhuramukhi mukundam kundatire milantam. So Mukunda is Krishna. So in this verse, Mukunda, by the arrangement of Brinda Devi, Mukunda got liberated from the arms of Chandravali. Mukunda means one who gives liberation. Mukunda, muktidha, one who gives liberation. But in this case, it means one who receives liberation. Mukta pradate. There's muktidha, mukta pradate. Prada means to give, like Krishna prema pradayate, to give Krishna prema. So in this case, Brinda Devi arranged through her alliance with the air of Vrindavan, the Vata. And that's what it says here, Vatina. Sangi Vatina Chandravali Kara Kritamali. Tavatanavara Gandhi Sangi Vatina Chandra. So the Vatina, the air, it associated Gandha Sangi with Tanovar. Tano means body. Ai Nanda Tanuju. Ai Nanda Tanuja. Kinkaram. So Tana means body. Tanovara. Vara means very, like Girivaradari. Vara means excessive, extra. So one who has an excessive, special, extra tanu. This is actually a beautiful word to describe tanu, Banotanandini Radha. Banotanandini Radha. So Radharani is being glorified here by Tulsi Manjari by this phrase. Tanavaraganda. Tanavaraganda means the fragrance from that exceptional, wonderful body, form, Tanu of Radha. And hey, Vatena, you associate with that. Tanavaraganda, Sangi Vatena. It's very nice. Tanavaraganda, Sangi Vatena Chandra. So the Ganda and the Chandra. The Ganda is going to meet the Chandra. You see how beautiful it is? The Ganda is Radha's Ganda and the Chandra is Chandravali. Tanavara Chandra, Tanavara Gandhi, Sangivatena Chandra. So Tanavara Ganda, Sangivatena Chandra. The air element is taking the Tanavara Ganda, the sweet fragrance from the exceptionally beautiful divine body of Radharani, and going to carry it to Chandravali. Chandravali Vali Kara Kritamali. So she's going, the Kritamali, the Kara means hand, Kritamali. So she, with her own hands, that Chandravali is made with her own hands a Vilas Kunj for Krishna. And that Vat is going, that air is going to carry that fragrance of Radharani right into that handmade, that Kunja, that Vilas Kunja made by Chandravali expressly and solely for the service and pleasure of Krishna with her in the Sambhog Milan. And that air is snuck in there like a spy into her handmade kunja. The air is, who else could go in there unseen, unperceived, and have its effect? Then it says, Keli Talpach Chalena, and with her own hands, she made the kunja, and with her own hands, Kaili Talpach, she made that flower bed. And Madhuramukhi Mukundam. So Mukunda is going to get liberated from his entanglement. Mukunda Krishna has become entangled in the arms of Chandravali, therefore he's late in his meeting with Radha and Radhakund. So Brinda Devi, in alliance with the air element, has sent Radharani's fragrance as a duty, as a messenger, to go bring Sham to the trysting place. So now the air of Vrindavan is acting as a duty, D-U-T-I, means a messenger. What's the message? Sham, hold it, stop, desist, drop this Saki, come to Radha. El pronto, right away. Jaldi, jaldi, fatafat. Madhuramukhi. So when Krishna, that's this beautiful, the verse, the Sanskrit sequence of the words for word is so beautiful. And the word for word is there. As soon as that fragrance, as soon as Krishna smells that fragrance, which is a trick, a chala, a trick of Vrindadevi, then, because when you smell the fragrance of something familiar, then your mind envisions that object. Just like if you walk by someone's house or someone's apartment and they're cooking pizza or something that you can recognize, you go, that smells like pizza. You smell the fragrance pizza, then you think the idea, conception pizza, then you see a pizza in your mind, then you start tasting a pizza, or at least imagining a taste. Then you think, well, maybe he's a devotee, maybe I'll just knock on a door. Hey Krishnadas, I was walking by your flat since we're living in the same apartment, and it seems that you're cooking pizza, am I right? Yeah, actually I was going to send a piece over to you. Anyway, since you're here, sit down. I'll just make an offering to Gopal. Because Gopal likes pizza, right? No, he doesn't. At any rate, he eats a lot of it. Even in India. Indian Gopals eat too much pizza. Oh. Or in Russia, Gopal eats buckwheat. Whatever buckwheat is in Russian, I don't know what you say in Russian, but buckwheat. Hanikadasi, Gopal, everywhere in Russia eats buckwheat. I've got like 5 kilos of this stuff donated to me. I don't know what to do with it. I'll give it on sale. Anybody wants it? Actually, I have one friend who likes it, so I give it to him. He eats Hanikadasi, so I give it to him. I mean, takes that thing. So the verse is saying that Madhuramukhi. So as soon as Krishna smells the fragrance of Radharani, Gandharvika, then he remembers that sweet face, Madhuramukhi Radha. That face comes in his mind, he's with Radha. That's why he became so restless. He was sitting in the flower bed in the arms of Radharani, and then suddenly he smelled Radharani's fragrance. Wait a minute, that's fragrance. Brinda wasn't there was no message, no words, no discussion. Simply a fragrance. Wait a minute, that's undeniably, no one else but Radhika. That's fragrance has her signature on it. No one else has that fragrance. It's unique, special, only to her. And I know it better than anyone. As soon as he smelled that, this beautiful picture of Radharani's face came in his mind, and she's looking at him with his sweet face, Madhuramukhi, and looking at him, and her eyes are saying in that face, what are you doing here? Then, oh yeah, right. And Krishna gets up. Yeah, Shyam, why are you so restless? Oh, I just remembered. I forgot. I forgot. My mother. I mean, my Radha. Mother Radha. Mother Hara. Swami Prabhupada says it means Mother Hara. Radha. Yashoda. Kundatire milantam. Madhuramukhi mukundam kundatire milantam. Oh, it's too beautiful. Even for some nerd and retarded person like myself, I can have some vague appreciation. Madhuramukhi mukundam kundatire milantam. Madhuramukhi mukundam kundatire milantam. Marupaniva kadaham vikshidarpam karishye. Tavatana varagandhi Tavatano ganda sangivatena chandra valikarakrita malli kelitala pachachalena. This just one verse you can go for the whole 2-hour class. It appears we're going in that direction. What to say? This is a beautiful verse. So now, Mukunda, every single word, Tulsi Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami, every single word of this verse is so beautiful, and so because he's going to pick a name here. That this, I'm going to put a name of Krishna here. Should I write Sham or should I write Swami or Priyatam? What should he writes Mukundam? So nice, Madhuramukhi. Madhuramukhi. When he remembers Madhuramukhi, then he becomes Mukundam. He gets freedom. The Madhuramukhi of Radha frees Krishna from the bondage of the loving arms of Chandravali and Sakistali. That's the power of Radharani's fragrance. Radharani's fragrance can liberate Krishna. Madhuramukhi Mukundam. Everyone prays to Krishna, oh God, please free me, please save me, please take me back to Godhead. I'm suffering. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshano darshanam. Help. Bachao. Bachao. Help me, God, so help me. Please, I pray to you. I'm suffering. Radhe, 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 Jai, Jai, Jai. Who are these guys chanting Radhe, Radhe? I'm suffering so much. Can't you empathize with me and cry alongside? Radhe, 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 Barsane, Wali, Radhe. Do you want me to join you or what? Yeah, come. So just see, Madhuramukhi Mukundam. Everyone's praying to God, please liberate me. Oh Mukunda, you're Mukunda. Oh Mukunda, hey Mukunda, save me. Very popular name of Krishna, Mukunda. But Rasik Janas, Mukunda means, what does Mukunda mean for Rasik Janas? It means Madhuramukhi Mukunda. It means Radharani's sweet face gives him liberation. That person who gets liberated by the sweetness of Radharani's fragrance, and that person who gets liberated by the sweet smile of Radha, he's Bhagavan. He's Krishna. Madhuramukhi Mukundam. That's our meaning of Mukunda for the Rasik Jana, Gaudiya Rasik Janas. Anyone disagree? Can't disagree. And everyone says, oh Mukunda, you are the Mukti Da, you are the giver of liberation. You take me to Mukti Dham, to the liberated Vaikuntha atmosphere where there's no anxiety and all joy and bliss in every direction, eternal time. Please liberate me. Dharma, art, kam, moksha. This is the whole Vedic paradigm. Religion, advantage, material advantage, desire fulfilled, frustrated, frustration, turn to God, search for anxiety-free life, then moksha. Dharma, kam, moksha. And who is the giver of moksha? Mukunda Vishnu, Mukunda Krishna, Mukunda Ram. One who gives liberation, but we don't think like that. He's the one he's bound. Krishna's in bondage. He's in a prem sambandha. You're praying to Bhagavan to get liberated, but he's bound. He's bound by the love of Chandravali. You should pray to Radharani. First you have to get Krishna liberated, then he can liberate you. First get Krishna liberated, then he can liberate you. So this is very nice. See the viewpoint? This is the viewpoint of whom? Of a Sakhi Manjari. Do you have this viewpoint? Do you understand this viewpoint? At the beginning of the class I said the Sakhi's viewpoint is Krishna, Radharani's above. Remember? See how every word and every verse is indicating that? This is confirming it. Madhuramukhi Mukundam Mukunda Tire Milantam. He was in bondage. He was stuck in Sakhi Stali with Chandravali. And a vision of the Madhuramukhi of Radha came in his mind simply by smelling her Tanavaraganda. Tanavara Ganda Sangivatena Chandra. So when he smelled the Ganda of Tanavara Ganda, he gave up the Chandra. That was his mukti. So Krishna got liberation by the Tanavara Ganda of Radharani. Tanavara means Radharani. Tanavara, exceptional. Vara means exceptional. Tanu. Hey, like some person may see a beautiful, she has an exceptional form. It's a very formal way of saying she's a knockout, she's beautiful, she's whatever. So Tanavara Ganda. So Radharani's fragrance liberated Krishna from the bondage, the prem sambandha of Chandravali. And then he remembered Madhura Mukhi. So Radharani's sweet, smiling, beautiful, charming face liberates Krishna, liberates us also. When we are guided in meditation, in Raganuga Bhakti, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, unlike any previous Mahajans of Vaishnavism, Vaishnavas, Gurus, Mahajans, when they teach meditation, dhyan, they teach Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunarana Varnane, 9th Canto Bhagavatam, Dravasa Ambarish Milan. The meeting of Ambarish Maharaj and this great Siddha yogi, Dravasa Muni. So there, of course, you know the story, but the verse Shukadeva Goswami is glorifying Ambarish, Vishnu Bhakt Ambarish Maharaj, who is from Madhya Pradesh, our neighbor of Uttar Pradesh. And every Ekadasi he came to Mathura with his wife. He was a great Vishnu Bhakta, Krishna Bhakta. Vishnu, Krishna, basically Vishnu, but he would come to Krishna Dham of Mathura. And there's a place called Ambarish Tila, which you can see when you do Mathura Mandala or Mathura Prikrama. And there on that hillock, he did tapasya. He and his wife, his queen, they would come here every Ekadasi, Dwadasi, do Ekadasi, Dwadasi Brat. Nirjal Ekadasi Jagran, and then take milk on Dwadasi. And this was their austerity. And Ambarish Maharaj, of course, became famous for the Navavida Bhakti. He's the one that practiced all the 9 limbs of Bhakti, hearing, chanting, remembering. Vishnu. So here, Shukadeva Goswami is describing his bhajan krama, the steps and sequences. Krama means steps, like Trivakram. You've heard of Trivakram? Trivakram is the name for Vamana Dev. Dwarf Brahman. He took 3 steps. Kram means steps. Tri Vikram, 3 steps. Trivakram. That means steps, stages. So the stages of bhajan. So all the Vaishnavacharyas and all the writings, they say, when you meditate on your Ishtadev Ram or Vishnu, you should meditate beginning from the lotus feet. Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor. So this verse in 9th Canto is telling that Ambarish Maharaj, he fixed his mind, Savai Mana Krishna Pada. Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor. He fixed his mind first on the feet of Krishna, lotus feet. This is what all the Shastras tell, outside of Gaudiya Vaishnava Shastras. Gaudiya Vaishnava Shastras are very rustic, very intimate, very topmost revelations of truth, never found anywhere in any Puran or any Shastras of any Vaishnavas anywhere. Very unique and special contribution. This is one of hundreds of examples. So he was meditating on the feet. When you fix the feet of the Lord in your mind, then Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunarana Varnane. He, with his mouth, Vacha, by Vachamsi, he started Gunarana Varna. Varna means sounds. He made different sounds and different verses to glorify the qualities of Vaikuntha-nath. Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunarana Varnane. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Sankalpa Kalpajruma and other Gaudiya Vaishnavas, he explains, he has one book, not in Sankalpa, in a book called Rupa Chintamani. Rupa Chintamani is a book of meditation for the Raganuga Bhaktas, given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It's called Rupa Chintamani, and it's in English. We have it in our book, Radha Krishna meditations, Radha Govinda meditations. It's there. There's many meditations, and that book is included there. The guided meditation. That's like a 10 rupee book or something like that. Small book. It's on Kindle Reader also, and coming into other formats soon. But there, Vishwanath's book, he's saying, okay, now begin meditating. It's called Radha Govinda Dhyan, meditating on Radha Govinda. First begin meditating with all your concentration, all your mind. Fix the beautiful, attractive smile of Krishna in your mind. So he says, in Gaudiyas, we start meditating on the smile, the mukh, the face, the smile of Radha and Krishna. And then we go down to the feet, and then we come back from the feet back to the smile. We begin our meditation on the smiling face of Krishna, and we end. This is the meditation, because that's why people say, oh, how is it you have Shravana, Kirtan, Smarana? You have hearing, chanting, meditation in Vaidhi sadhana, and you have hearing, chanting, and meditation in Raganuga. So what's the difference? Here's the difference. Someone who's following Vaidhi sadhana and the teachings of Bhagavatam and other shastras, everywhere in Bhagavatam it says all the devotees, all the rishis, all the yogis, everyone meditates, and Gita says they begin meditation on the feet. Everywhere. I've read the Bhagavatam 5-8 times, the whole thing. Everywhere is telling. But then when you come into Rag Marg, then you're also meditating, but not on the feet. Not only on the feet, you meditate on the smile. Just see. Clear difference. Because we're following the Raganuga Bhaktacharyas, Vishwanath Rupa, H.I. Gosai Kori Charanan Vandan, Yahoite Bignanash Abhishta Puran. Our Abhishta, the fulfillment, Abhishta Puran, Pura means fulfillment, complete, Om Purna Purnamadamidam. The fulfillment of our desire, aspirations, and hankerings and perfection of bhajan, our siddhi and bhajan, comes by Shri Rupa Raghunath, no, I'm confused. This H.I. Gosai, Kuri, Charanan Vandan, Yohaita Bignash, H.I. Gosai. The 6 Goswamis, Charana, their feet, the dust of their feet, their teachings, their mercy, their example, their mercy, that will fulfill all my desires. And then Vishnu Chakravarti is the next one after the 6 Goswamis. Narottam Das Thakur and Vishwanath. These are the primary acharyas for Raganuga Bhajan. 6 Goswamis and Vishwanath and Narottam. So they're telling us. So now this point of the verse is reminding me, because Krishna, when he smelled the fragrance of Radharani's body, immediately, what did he think of? Did he think of Radhacharan? Radhacharan Dhyan? His mind immediately started meditating on the sweet, beautiful lotus feet of Radharani. Apara, Siddhi, Riddhi, Digdha, Satpadangali, okay? Those beautiful feet which unlimited perfections emanate from her toenails, and unlimited Siddhi, mystic perfections, and Riddhi, wealth, opulence, fortune, gain, whatever you want, it's all in her toenail radiance of Radharani. Apara, unlimited. Apara, Siddhi, Riddhi. Riddhi means wealth. Apara, Siddhi, Riddhi, Digdha, Satpadangali, Nake, Kada, Krishisyamam. Kripa Katakshabhajanam. He did not. Krishna did not. That fragrance did not take his mind to her feet, but to her face. Madhuramukhi. So he started meditating on her face, he became restless. And then immediately what happened? He went for Kundatiri Milantam. Madhuramukhi Mukundam, Kundatiri Milantam. He immediately, that air carried him to the Kunda. Kundatire means the banks of Radhakund, for a Milan. Milantam means a meeting with Radha. So this is we're just looking at a little bit of the word for word, and I don't know if we finished the pastime, let's see. So, so what happens? So he's like a honeybee, because that's what he uses, like a honeybee. Says he's Marupam Iva Gadaham. So Krishna's running like that, following the air is carrying him right to the kunda. He's moving, says Marupam Iva Gadaham. When will I see that? He is going there like a honeybee is Honeybee is landing on one flower, so the honeybee of Krishna, Madhusudana, has landed on the flower face of Chandravali and drinking nectar there with her kisses. Then smells the fragrance of Radharani's face. Then remembers, oh, yeah, this face of Chandravali is sweet, and I'm kissing it. But now I'm remembering, this is Chandramukhi. Chandravali is also called Chandramukhi. In this case, Chandramukhi is a name for Radha also, in a different context. But you can't deny that Chandravali is also called Chandra. That's the Mukh. He is with the sweet face of the Chandravali and relishing the sweetness of her kisses. But now the air, the Vatena, carries the Tanavara Gandha of Radharani, the sweet, irresistible fragrance of Gandharvika Radha, penetrates Krishna's nostrils, penetrates his heart and mind, and drives him mad. He becomes unmad, crazy, and restless and disturbed. And then he goes there. So now, as a bee leaves an inferior flower and goes to a superior flower, if he catches the fragrance in another direction, he's given up the inferior flower of Chandravali, Mukhi, to go to Madhura Mukhi Radha. And seeing that and being proud of that, that's why he says, Vikshya Darpam Krishye. He says, Kadaham Vikshya Darpam Krishye. Kada. Remember I said kada, kabe, and kada. Everywhere this concept, when. When will I see this? When will this happen? So in his meditation, in his prayer, Tulsi Manjari is saying, when will I see Krishna give up that inferior flower, that Madhukar Krishna, that Madhupam, that honeybee Krishna, will give up that sweet honey, that inferior honey from that inferior Sakhi named Chandravali, and fly like a speedy honeybee to the beautiful, sweet, irresistibly attractive, unlimitedly nectarian face of Madhuramukhi Radha. When will I see that? Vikshya. Viksha means to see. Kada. When will I see that? And when I see that, how will I feel? This is my Radha, my Madhuramukhi Radha. She won. She defeated the Vipaksha. And she brought Krishna, just my Sakhi's fragrance completely liberated, completely destroyed all his ramparts, all the ramparts of that fortress, ramparts and all the walls and everything built around that fortress of Sakhi Chandravali to entangle Krishna in her loving arms. Just the fragrance of my Sakhi liberated Krishna. That Mukunda, he became Mukunda, but he became Mukunda free from the bondage of the loving embrace of Chandravali just by Madhuramukhi's Gandha. I am proud of my Radha. So he says, when will I see this happen? When will I see this with my eyes? Now I'm seeing in my meditative eyes, in my smaran, my meditation. And when will I see in my external eyes in this real beautiful pastime? And I'll be so proud of my Radharani. I'm proud of my Radharani's fragrance. I'm proud of my Radharani's everything. So this is the mood, the Manjaris. Again, yesterday's verse was about his pride, and again is about his pride. So now we know where to put our pride. Put our pride in the Shastras and become Tadatmika with the pride of the Nityajanas, or the Parijans, Nityas, the eternal associates. Be proud of Radha, be proud of her supremacy, be proud of Krishna and his supremacy. So then Tulsi Manjari is also praying Kada, which is, he's saying, when will this happen? When will Srimati Radhika, now that Krishna has arrived, that he's given up and gone to this is the glories of Radha's love. And this is, of course, this is announcing and pronouncing to the whole world the glories of Radha's love above all the other lovers of Krishna. And this is what is called the Mahima, the greatness of Radha's love, which is glorified in Krishna's Kaviraj's Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says, this Radhika Pranaya Mahima, that Krishna, mystified and attracted by the greatness of Radharani's pranaya and love, intense pranaya, he had to come as Lord Gauranga. There's 3 reasons why Lord Chaitanya came as Gauranga, and one is to understand and perceive and experience the greatness of Radharani's love. Krishna became Rasaraj Mahabhav Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is an example of the greatness of Radharani's love. I put this in my notes. So seeing all this, Tulsi Manjari is very proud. And so when Krishna arrives at the gate of the Kunja at Radhakund, the Vilas Kunj that Radharani decorated, and then in his prayers, in his prarthana, Das Goswami is praying, "Oh Radhika, oh Srimati Radhika, when will you order me to go to the gate of your Vilas Kunj? And I will tell Krishna, oh, you sarp, oh, you snake, don't come here. You can't meet my Sakhi. Where were you anyway? Why were you so late, causing so much distress? What did you do? I will not let you enter. You must first tell me where you were and what you were doing." Vinit Krishna, Vinit Krishna, humble Krishna folds his hands and he begs, "Oh, Tulsi Manjari, no, please let me in. Please let me in the Kunj, oh Tulsi Manjari." Now Krishna's begging, Bhagavan, Mukunda, who gives liberation. He can't even enter the Kunj, what to speak of liberate himself from Chandravali. He's begging the Sakhi Manjari, "Please let me in the Kunj," with folded hands. And what is the Manjari saying? In this case, Tulsi Manjari, or maybe you. No way. Just see how completely the Manjaris control Krishna. Because they're serving Radharani. They're Radhasneha Adik. They're direct servants of Radharani, the nearest assistants of Radharani. And Radharani has the quality of controlling Krishna. So that if you associate with someone, what happens? You take on their qualities. Have you heard this before? Asat Sangatyage Vaishnavachara. Give up the non-devotees. Don't associate with them. Otherwise you become a abhakta. You become a prakrita. You become materialistic and a non-devotee. You take on their non-devotional qualities. But if you associate with an advanced devotee, you take on those advanced qualities. So the Manjaris, Sakhi Manjaris, are always associating with Radha, who's controlling Krishna, so they absorb the power to control Krishna. And this is a clear example. There's no way that Krishna can get by the Manjari, Tulsi Manjari. So see how completely. So Tulsi Manjari is very demanding. Listen, Bhagavan, listen. Tell me the truth, where you were, Sham. Then I'll consider your entrance, otherwise not. Krishna was bewildered. He wanted to somehow get around this Manjari. But he didn't know what to do because already he had become mad with the fragrance of Radharani. He became Madhupam. Madhupam means he became a honeybee. And honeybees go so mad. Do you realize that if a honeybee gets a superior Madhura Mukhi, the sweet fragrance of a flower, he dives into that flower, and if it's full of nectar, he drinks and he drinks and he drinks that nectar. And he doesn't realize, he becomes intoxicated. When you're bewildered, you don't know, is it day, is it night, is the sun risen or set? And he's inside deep in that lotus flower. He's drinking all this nectar, all this amrit from the fool. And then he's like, and his wings are, his wings are buzzing in ecstasy. His little feet are trembling. His mind is totally mudda, intoxicated. And the sun is setting. Padma Bandhu, the friend of the lotus, the sun planet is setting. And darkness is rising. And the petals are closing slowly around the bumblebee. trapped inside. So he goes so mad because of that nectar, he gets trapped inside the lotus flower, and after a while there's no air, and then khatam ho gaya. When he opens up, the flower opens in the morning with Padma Bandhu, her friend comes back, she smiles and opens up, and a dead bee rolls out. So Krishna is that Marupam, the verse says, he is that mad bee. And now he, let me to that, I want to get that flower, I want to get that flower, Tulsi, let me in. No, you can't come in. Tell me first where you were. So he wants to take the honey, he's becoming mad. And he tries to explain himself. He couldn't think what to tell her because certainly he can't tell her the truth. Tulsi, it was like this. See, I was on my way here, and Shaibya and Padma, they were waiting for me, and they grabbed me. They forcibly took me to Chandravali. I just had to go there. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't escape. But somehow the fragrance of Srimati came in the air and brought me to Radha. Oh, Tulsi, listen to me, believe me, I'm telling you the truth. My love for Radharani is like a huge mountain. It's like Himalayan. It's so huge. And my love for Chandravali is like a sesame seed, a tilka bij. My love for Radharani is like the Himalayan Parvat. And don't think that my love is nothing. It's like a tilka bij. It's nothing. It's insignificant. There's so much difference. So I couldn't stay there. At last, I left from there. And Tulsi says, you have done wrong. You cannot enter. Just go back to where you came from. You're like a madhu. So many beautiful flowers are blossoming. And that honeybee, Madhupan. He goes from one flower, he takes some juice, he goes to another flower, then he leaves that flower and he goes to another flower. Never, never, you're not going to taste this Madhuramukhi today. Not today. You are not a kantika. You are not fixed on one flower. You're foolish and fickle. You have no intelligence. You've lost everything. Most you have less intelligence than, you have less, oh Madhukar, oh Madhusudan, you have less intelligence than an animal. You have less pashu buddhi. An animal has intelligence. An animal has 4 legs, but you have 6 legs. So you're even less intelligent, because honeybees have 6 legs. She says, you're even less intelligent than a pashu who has 4 legs, because you have 6 legs. You're so foolish. You're not ekantika with this Madhuramukhi Radha of mine. So Krishna is having a very difficult time. My Sakhi is not like you, and Radha therefore will not accept you. So hearing these fiery words from, we're over time, from Tulsi, then Krishna, what did he do? He started crying. Krishna's crying at the gate of the Vilas Kunj at Radhakund. He's crying for entry. Please, please let me in. Like a child who's denied what he wants. He becomes frustrated because of his attachment to fulfill his desire. He cries. So can you imagine if you're a Manjari? You're standing at the gate of the Vilas Kunj at Radhakund. Radharani has sent you. This day she sent Tulsi Manjari. Yesterday she sent Rupa. And tomorrow she may send Navagopi. She may send you. You're standing there at the Kunj telling Krishna, get lost, go back there. You're not Ekantika with Radha. You don't have Ekantiki bhakti for Radha. Ananyas Chintiyanto Mam. You don't have Ananyas Chintiyanto Mam like your Gita, you're preaching in Gita. In Gita you're preaching Arjun. Ananyas Chintiyanto Mam Yejana Paryapashate. You should be Ananya Bhakti. You don't have Ananya Bhakti, you have another one and another one and another one, not Ananya. You have another Sakhi and another Sakhi and another Sakhi. But you should have Ananya Radha Bhakti, Ekantiki Radha Bhakti. But you don't, because you're a Marupam, you're a Marokar. This flower, this nectar, that nectar. Oh, Mansaki. Oh, Tosi, please. Bhagavan is crying. His tears are rushing down his eyes, his beautiful lotus eyes, and carrying the cudgel from his eyes down his face. What a scene, what a pathetic scene. The Manjari is looking at the face of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan Parameshvara. He's folding his hands, pitifully looking in the face of the Manjari. Please, Pravesh Karo. Let me come inside the Kunj. Can you imagine in your wildest dreams to be standing there? He's praying again and again. So then Tulsi continues, like showing her pride, her darpam. Now she's so proud of her Radharani. Just see, if my Sakhi's fragrance is so powerful, then what to speak of my Radha? Even if Krishna is with lakhs and lakhs of beautiful gopis, even Chandravali, who's the queen of everyone, he will leave them all and he'll come begging to attain the Sangha of my Sakhi. Just see, how proud. Begging for my Sakhi Radhika. So my heart swells with pride for my Sakhi Radha. Thus, Sham, I will not allow you to enter. Krishna had to hear all this. Krishna's there like, these Manjaris are really attached to Radharani. If this was Alita or Vishaka, they have a little more love for me than Radha. I may be able to sneak in. But these Manjaris are Radha Sneha Adik. They have more love for Radha. They're an irresistible, impenetrable wall. I don't know what to do. And just see how proud she is of her Radha. So then Krishna went, somehow he gained entrance. Then he entered the kunja very silently, humbly holding his cloth and begging for Srimati's forgiveness. After that again, when Radharani forgave him, Krishna again became proud and cheerful. Yeah, whenever you need to be humble, he's humble. Just like everybody becomes humble when the policeman stops you. When the policeman stops your car, you're so proud driving down the road. I'm so cool. I'm the big thing. The cops, oh yes, sir. Yes, officer. Yes, yes. Here's my license. Yes. I'm sorry. No. Then the same. If you're in India, you have like 1,000 rupee note in your hand, folded like this. And you roll down the windows, your windows roll down, the policeman's speaking to you, have 1,000 rupees like this, because the ticket is 5,000. If he gives you a ticket, it's 5,000, save 1,000, like, and then you say, and then when he comes, he says, why are you going so fast? There's a fire, why are you going so fast? It's that. And then you look at your hand and say, well, you look down at your hand, I was in a hurry, I had to see my girlfriend, is that. And then he looks down at your hand, and he touches your hand, and he says, and then goes like this, and 1,000 rupees goes to his. He says, listen, okay, buddy, it's all right. Now don't let it happen again, all right? Try to slow down. It's not safe to drive so fast. Then he's, okay. This is India. Money talks. Other countries have a phrase, money talks. When I grew up, I heard the phrase, money talks. But when I got to India, they said, what are you talking about? In India, money doesn't talk, money commands. It commands, it orders, it controls. In America, money only talks. Talking money. But here, money controls. Absolutely. So this is the beautiful leelas that he's hankering for, and he's showing so much pride. And this is just a glimpse of what Raganuga Bhajan is all about. And we hope that devotees will take some encouragement and some inspiration from the teachings of Raghunath Das Goswami and some learning from Chaitanya Charitamrita and carry it always with you and try to employ it in your life and practices of bhajan. And I want to thank everyone for coming, and as most speakers will say at this juncture, and it's a fact, obviously, that because of all of you, then something comes out. There's no such thing as a teacher without students. There's no such thing as learning without someone willing to learn. So because of the presence of devotees eager to hear, then a devotee can share some thoughts from the Shastras, which we all benefit by hearing from. So I thank all of you for your contribution to bring these things out. Because when one reads by oneself, he has many realizations, which are also shared at the time of Sangha. But Sangha itself creates a third principle. There's you and there's me, then together we make a Sangha. Satam prasangam mama virya samvado. And then some mama virya. Mama virya is some great strength arises. Mama virya. Virya means strength. Satam prasangam. And this mama virya samvado. Samvad. From this discussion, this talk, this samvad, this great strength rises. That's the third principle. So 1 + 1 makes 3. 1 and 1 is 2. You're 1 and I'm 1, that's 2. So you have your contribution, I have mine, so that's only 2. But the third one is Krishna. So when one devotee, another devotee comes together, Machita, Makata, Pranas, then they discuss Harikatha and hear Harikatha and Kirtan. Then what rises there is a great strength in terms of the manifestation of Radha and Krishna. That's the Mama Virya. Then Radha and Krishna manifest in the heart of the hearer and the chanter. And that's why the Bhagavatam says that one who speaks Harikatha and one who hears Harikatha both become enlivened, become elevated and purified, and increase their attachment to Radha and Krishna. So this is the beautiful synergy that arises in satsang. So thanks. And it's recorded, so I'll listen to it later. So we're sorry our waves of love did not arise today in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, but to be continued by the wishes of the Lord and the devotees. Vanchakalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhaivacha titanam pavane.